Hello everyone, I'm VirageQuit, and this might look a little different to you. Well, this is the Wario Land 4 bonus video that I decided to do on a whim. I actually originally planned to just kind of go through each of the little collectible CD tracks that you get throughout the game. And I am still going to do that, but before we get to that, I wanted to show you a few things Wario Land 4 related, and also just Wario related, but I went digging through some of my game collection while I was trying to organize and clean a few things, and I remembered that I actually have a cartridge of Wario Land 4. I hope you can see that on the camera. And along with that, I managed to keep around the instruction manual as well for the game. And I'm honestly kind of impressed with myself because I've pretty much kept the instruction manuals and most of the boxes from all of the games that I got when I was a kid, and pretty much everything that I collect now. I didn't ever save the cardboard boxes that the Gameboy Advance games came in, unfortunately, which for whatever reason I didn't think to save those. I mean, a lot of the time when you open them, they would end up getting torn, and being a child, I probably didn't have the most fine motor controls using my hands to open stuff and whatnot, so it never ended well, probably trying to open game boxes, so I never kept those around. But I did, for whatever reason, keep the manuals and of course the cartridge, because you can't really play the game if you don't have that. But along with that, we also have a special appearance from Wario himself. Maybe he'll hang out right here while I record this. I'm trying to see. The way I have my camera set up, it's a little difficult to... Sorry, I'm not even talking to the mic. The way I have the camera set up, it's not exactly easy to see what I'm recording. I need to work out the kinks later with all this, but it'll have to do for what I got going on right now. So, what I figured I'd do is just kind of go through and show you the instruction manual and just kind of show you some of the cartridge as well. I guess I can maybe come up here a little closer, and hopefully that's not too blurry or anything. I hope, geez, talking to the mic, dude. Yeah, hopefully that's not too blurry or anything, but yeah, this is the cartridge. This is going to look terrible when it comes out, but whatever. This is my first time doing this, and I was not prepared at all. I just kind of wanted to do this for funsies. And here is our beautiful Wario Land 4 Game Boy Advance instruction manual. Or, as they call it, the instruction booklet. So, I probably won't hold this up for all the pages, and you can look at scans online too. Thankfully, some very nice individuals out there on the internet upload game manuals. You can pretty much find any kind of game manual or instruction booklet that exists out there. One of the things I like to do on my kind of spare time, if I have a few minutes to kind of waste, I'll look up a game and find a scan for the game manual and just kind of read through it. It's cool. To me anyways. Some people might find that boring, but it's just a little snippet of history, and there's a lot of cool artwork and stuff that you find in these little game booklets that you don't really see either in the game or elsewhere, really. So, anyways, I'll just go ahead and kind of flip through this, and hopefully you can kind of see this on the camera. A lot of that text might be kind of hard to read. You know what, maybe I can just kind of hold up this very loosely. kind of difficult. But, yeah, there's kind of your table of contents. And then we have basically the story here. Maybe I can hold that up and you can pause if you really feel like it. But, try to hold it straight. Maybe, you know, maybe I can just read it real quick. Okay. My secret diary. Do not read without my permission. This is Wario writing, obviously. November 19th, 2001. I'm gonna take a guess that that's when the game released. On a peaceful morning filled with chirps of cheery birds, I was reading the morning paper and doing a little nose cleaning. What? I exclaimed in surprise. I was so surprised by one article in the paper, I accidentally jammed my finger straight up my nose. Ah! I think I just poked my brain. Anyway, enough about that. The headline of the article said that a legendary pyramid had been discovered. When I read the article, I learned that the ruins held the buried pyramid where the Princess Shakora, that's the little cat in the game that transforms into the princess, who once ruled this area, had been put into a cursed sleep by the arrogant, selfish, money-crazed Golden Diva. Do I smell treasure again? I thought. Hehehe. As this wicked laugh floated through my mind, I was already thinking about the money and nothing else. Forgetting even to take my mid-morning nap, I hopped into my fantastic Wario car and headed for the Golden Pyramid. All that treasure for me! Wahaha! That's my terrible Wario impression. And he has freaking, like, he's got garlic, milk, and bread and cheese. You know, honestly, that don't sound too bad. So, yeah. I'm not going to go through and read all of this, but... Ugh, stupid cords in the way for my camera. So, yeah, there's that. Sorry for the shoddy camera work here. But that's all I'll talk about that. I said I'm sorry, that's good enough. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, like, that in the manual you actually get a little bit of, like, prologue before the game starts of, like, how Wario kind of knows about the Golden Diva and that there's a princess involved. I think, you know, as far as, like, the intro of the actual game, it just says, or it has, like, the little snippet of the newspaper saying, like, ancient pyramid with treasure, and then Wario just goes off to it. Did I already show this? I don't remember. Well, I'm showing it now. So yeah, this just kind of goes over, like, controls and whatever else. Ugh, dude. I can never tell which way to, like, rotate the book for the camera. I just want to hold it straight, dude. It's a pretty high quality, like, screenshot of the game. I guess at that point they had, like, ways to capture, like, game footage and stuff on a computer. It's not like the real old days, like NES and Super Nintendo, where you literally just get, like, shots of a TV, like a camera pointed at a TV. Kind of explains the mini games. Wario's Home Run Derby. And then I'm assuming it's going to show the other ones. Yeah, the Wario Hop. Everyone do the Wario Hop. Actually, does it say that it's a rhythm-based? In this game, you must jump over obstacles that just keep coming. This game is perfect for empty-headed dunces that don't like to think much. Of course, I'm a genius. I wonder why I'm so good at it. Well... interesting. My game has a lot of action in high places, but to tell you the truth, I'm afraid of heights. Wow, scary. I'm wigging out. Okay. And then Wario Roulette is the weird, like, meme maker face matching one that I come up with all those weird names for each of the parts. Yeah, I guess I'll show close-ups if there's anything that I see that's super interesting. Oh, there's a maze in here. That's pretty amazing, am I right? It goes right up his nose and right out his nose. Oh, this is kind of... I like this artwork right here. It's funny. Fat Wario. So it's just called Fat Wario. I don't know what else I expected. We got Puffy Wario, Vampire Bat Wario, Flat Wario, and Bouncy Wario. Zombie Wario, that's a pretty rad artistic rendition of that. Snowman Wario, Bubble Wario, and Flaming Wario. And then lastly we have Frozen Wario. And then here's just like some artwork of some of the enemies. Hopefully that glare from the light isn't too bad. Let's see, what's the names? We have Goggly Blade, Spear Mask, Beasley. It's like Beastly from Care Bears. Then Hoggus. I like that name. And then Keezer, of course. And then, what's this? I might actually read through this. This seems interesting. A fun day in my life. You pay attention. 7 o'clock. Wake up. I'm assuming that's AM. Asleep in my safe bed, dreaming of treasure. Z, 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 Z. All of a sudden, a cockroach crawls up my nose. I wake up, freaking out. Is little Roachy gone for good? I hope that's just a dream. That's a little scary. 7:30 breakfast. Inhale a light meal of 2 gallons of milk, 3 loaves of French bread, a little cheese, and 6 raw eggs in a gulp all in one meal. Didn't mention garlic, I don't think, though. And since I'm such a worldly guy, I read the paper at the same time. I just skip all the hard words. Hey, me too, Wario. But today I get a great tip. I got a great... no, it says today. Today I get a great tip about some treasure. 7:40 bathroom. I like to stretch out my daily scheduled bathroom time. Ah, that's better. I think I may be having some plumbing problems because my toilet always seems to back up. Whatever, I don't care. Oh gosh. 9 o'clock, going out. I feel like the man hopping into my wonderful Wario car, but I feel something weird on my backside. Ew, it's a pigeon poop. It's pigeon poop. This is so absurd, like my brain's not comprehending these words. Gah, I don't have a hanky, so I'll just wipe it away with my Wario hat. No problem, I thought. I'd like a leisurely drive to the pyramid, but I run out of gas. Oh no, I'll just have to push the car to the next gas station. Haha, wheeze. 12 o'clock, lunch. I ate 10 hot dogs at the gas station at 10 o'clock, but I'm still feeling pretty hungry, so I eat 3 plates of spaghetti. It's still not enough, but hey, I'm on a diet. I have spaghetti sauce all over my mouth, so I wipe it on my Wario hat. Ah, yuck. What's that taste? Ah, whatever. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. He freaking wiped the bird poop hat on his face. 3:30, treasure. Huff, puff. I finally find a treasure chest. As I slowly open it, I find a shiny, golden... nothing. Crud. I've been tricked. That stupid newspaper. I'm suffering from empty chest syndrome. Har har har. Get it? 6 o'clock, home. When I open the door to the hideout, I notice, the toilet has spewed water everywhere. I can't even describe how gross it is. 7 o'clock, snack. After taking care of the toilet problem, I settle down for an evening snack. I wolf down 10 plates of liver and onions I bought on the way home, and 10 pancakes. I'm still a bit peckish. 8 o'clock, evening exercise. While listening to country music, I do 10 sets of 100 push-ups each. That's how I can do such powerful attacks. And also because I watch pro wrestling. I like to cheer the big... Wait, what does that say? I like to cheer for Big Bama and Neutron B. Big Bama and Neutron B. I have no idea what that is, but that maybe somebody out there knows. 10 o'clock, sleep. Bath? No. Brush teeth? No. Don't be like me, kids. Then off to the sofa bed and more dreams. For some reason, I dream of cockroaches. I wake up and hear a strange clicking noise inside of my head. Roachy? That's a little bit disturbing, I'll be honest. Also, you gotta like how they, like, try to retroactively correct themselves and be like, hey kids, you should bathe and brush your teeth. Don't let Wario be a role model. And of course, Nintendo always includes room for notes in the instruction manual, which I never write in these. And that's just a bunch of boring stuff that nobody cares about. So yeah, that is the Wario Land 4 instruction manual. And I apologize for the shoddy camera work again, but I hope this was interesting to look at anyway. And yeah, hopefully I provided some sort of entertainment looking through that. Of course, if for whatever reason you absolutely hated me going through this, you can always, again, look up the scans of instruction manuals online if you use good old Google. So, that's all for the real-life segment. Well, actually, I have one more thing. So, I know in the video, one of the previous videos, I mentioned I got like a tape recorder. And so I figured I'd just show it off real quick. It's massive. So massive that you can't even see the whole thing. Maybe I should turn it sideways. There we go. That's a little better. But it seems like there's a tape inside of it. Let's see what it says. Hopefully you could hear that. So yeah, I guess this tape used to be owned by Wario himself. And I guess he's in a big hurry, whatever he was doing. Or maybe he's like telling me from the void to get on with the video. Anyways. Okay. I guess all that being said and done, I will hop over into the game world and we'll get to listening to some CDs. So I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, so we are back into the Golden Pyramid in Wario Land 4. And we're going to check out the sound room. And you better believe we're going to listen to every single one of these. So strap in, you're in for the long haul. Also, if you'll notice up here, there's a little option for karaoke, and that is what you unlock for getting a gold crown, or also 10,000 points / coins, whatever you want to call it, in each of the levels. And the song that plays for karaoke is the one that plays in Palm Tree Paradise, which I'm gonna go on a hunch and say that it's called Meta Mayaki. Please forgive me for my pronunciation. I am not native to Japan, and I kind of struggle with that kind of thing. Anyways, let's give it a listen.
Hello there.
Okay, I'm just gonna end that there. I'm assuming that this just plays on forever and ever, but that's really cute. I love that song. It doesn't seem like it does the minor part, which I mean, the minor part didn't even have lyrics to it anyway, so like it makes sense why they didn't add that. But yeah, as far as the research that I've done on this song, I don't believe there's much information about like who actually sings that. So like whoever's voice was recorded and bit crushed all to heck to fit on the Game Boy Advance. But whose ever voice it was, it's really nice, and they did a good job singing that. Unfortunately, all of the karaoke lyrics are in Japanese. I mean, the song is Japanese, so there's no like English translation or anything within the game. I think there is like a translation you can find online for the song. But just as a quick like side note, metamayaki is a Japanese style fried egg, typically cooked sunny side up. So there's a little bit of trivia for you, I guess. How does that relate to the song? I'm not sure. I don't know what the lyrics say, but it's probably some sort of like metaphor for like how the egg is sunny side up and the sun is rising and we're all peaceful and happy, and who knows? That's just my speculation on a song that I don't even know what the lyrics say. So that being said, let's move on to our first track, About That Shepherd, and I will get back with you after it plays. I'm going to turn myself down and we'll listen to the audio. All right, so that was About That Shepherd. Um, Starting right off the bat, you can definitely see how, or what I was getting at, like in the previous like video where I said a lot of these tracks are very like experimental and weird. They're not actual like songs from the game as you would expect from like most sound test menus in games. But like it's really cool. It's a unique little spin on, you know, this kind of thing. And what's really cool is that they made these tracks using like an array of like musical samples or like audio samples of just like noises and stuff. Like you have the dog barking. You hear the dog barking at the beginning of the game in the cutscene, you know, when it's like nighttime and Wario's, or like early morning or whatever, Wario's getting up and starting his car. Like they took that and they made something out of it. Now the sheep, I'm not really sure that like I don't think that plays anywhere else in the game. But the wind noises and everything, that is all stuff that they use in different areas of the game and cutscenes and whatnot. So it's cool to like see how they took that and just kind of, I guess they had like extra time, like after finishing the game or something, and they were like, you know what, screw it, let's just like do something weird. Let's make these weird like visual audio experiences with all these like sound effects that we sampled or whatever. So anyways, let's move on to the second one, things that never change. Okay, I don't really have much to say about that one. It kind of sounded like some of the like the background ambience noise that you hear in Monsoon Jungle, that level. Um, it's cool. It's like jungle rainforest noises. But yeah, not much to say about that one. So we will move on to the next. Tomorrow's blood pressure. Okay, I'll be honest, that one kind of creeped me out a little bit. I kept like looking behind me to make sure no one was standing there. Um, yeah, obviously that one is based on the Curious Factory, with all those like industrial type noises and stuff. It kind of sounded like the beginning of like a Nine Inch Nails song or something. Um, Also, it kind of gave me vibes of like what is it, Duncan's Factory from Earthbound Beginnings. Love that game, by the way. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like it's got that like mechanical type machinery noises and stuff going on, but we're kind of getting more into something that sounds like a song that kind of had a beat, you know. So let's go on to the next. Beyond the Head Rush. Okay, that one was pretty cool. Again, it's giving me more like Earthbound vibes and stuff. Honestly, like right at the beginning, it gave me, or it made me think of Tron, like the original Tron, with that like weird, like synthy, like atmospheric kind of like music. It sounded creepy musically, but this one didn't creep me out like this other one, Tomorrow's Blood Pressure. That one's just freaky, man. All right, so that's the first row done. Let's move on to our Ruby Passage CDs, starting with Driftwood and the Island Dog. Okay. I guess it doesn't get any more literal than that. An island dog and a piece of driftwood. What else can I say? Let's move on to the next one. The Judge's Feet. These album covers are odd. And also, I guess I should mention the little, I guess, like, the GIFs or, like, little animations that play in the top screen there. Some of those are really funny and hilarious, but the rabbit, the, like, clay rabbit with, like, the hollowed out eyes that stretch, that thing is horrific, and if I ever find or see that in real life or in a dream, I'm gonna have night sweats, I'll tell you that. Let's listen to the Judge's Feet. Well, whoever the judge is, he's got some springy, springy, ping pong metal ball dropping sounding feet, I guess. Moving on. The Moon's Lamppost. This one seems interesting, but we'll find out. Okay, could you figure out what that was? That was Palm Tree Paradise, just played backwards or in reverse, whatever you want to call it. It kind of made the voice sound like GLaDOS a little bit. Uh, yeah, why they called it the Moon's Lamppost? Who even knows? Maybe like moon space is opposite of beach, calm beach. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to sit here and figure it out. Okay, soft shell, which I think I already explained what this was. It's basically the like bonus area music when you go down the purple pipes. But just for the sake of completion, let's give it a listen. I really like that one a lot. It was a little different than just like the song you hear like in the levels in the game. So, it's a good thing I listened through the whole thing. Yeah, I really like. I could listen to that on repeat. That's like some good like study music or like work music or whatever. Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe they'll add Wario Land 4 soundtrack to Nintendo Music. Come on, Nintendo. They're never gonna hear this or see this. And I'm probably the only one that wants it anyway, so. Alright, we're halfway done, folks. So I thank you for sticking with it this far if you have. Let's move on to the Topaz Passage CDs, starting with So Sleepy. And also, before I play this, I always thought that that little like character on the album cover kind of looks like Casper or some kind of ghost, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be some generic sleepy person. Anyways, let's give it a listen. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, back in 2001, they just walked into my room with, like, a boom mic and recorded me sleeping. Because I don't wake up for nothing. Um, I always, like, tell people that I would actually sleep through a fire. Which, that sounds really bad, but it's kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like, cynically funny, I guess. I don't even know if that's a word. Moving on. The short futon. I think this one's actually kind of interesting. This one kind of tells a story, if I recall correctly. Let's give it a hear.
Hello there.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. I remember like watching a video or reading something that said that like told some kind of little like funny interaction between two people. And like obviously it was, but I'm not really sure what the context is. There was like a lot of doors opening and different like people. It was really funny when it played that like hello there. I laughed out loud. I wish I had my mic or unmuted, but that was pretty funny. Anyways, I based on the name, I'm assuming that those like two people whispering were like arguing or something. Maybe they were like sleeping and like they couldn't like get comfy or something on the futon, and then like they were waking people up and that's why they were getting knocks at the door, something like that. I don't know. Let me know if you know, because I sure don't. um Avocado song, let's hear it. That one seemed to me like part of the song that plays like at the intro to a boss battle. It plays like that little like drum roll rhythm type thing. And then also like it seemed to have added like a bunch of different parts from like other songs and sound effects in there right at the end. That's about all I got to say about that. Definitely probably won't think of that the next time I eat an avocado. Mr. Fly, great. I'm not looking forward to this one, but let's give it a listen. Who knows? Maybe it'll surprise me. It sounded like someone was trying to kill Mr. Fly there. Um, yeah, that buzzing noise is very triggering to me. Anyways, I think the on the cover or whatever, it's very funny how it's just like in all caps fly, and it's just got this derpy pixel art fly. Like it doesn't even look like it has wings. It's just like I don't know if it's supposed to be like a dude's body with a fly head or if I don't know what that is. It kind of looks like he's like wrapped in a blanket or something kind of, which I guess is kind of cute, but that's all the sympathy I'm giving a fly. Let's move on. Yesterday's words. That one was very nice on the ears after hearing Mr. Fly. Yeah, not much else to say about that. The Errand. I don't know what kind of errands they were running, but it sounded like they were going all over the place. Maybe they were delivering a Krusty Krab pizza. You and your shoes. What about them? Let's find out. That one was actually really sick. Um, it kind of this is gonna ruin this for anyone watching, but it's like it sounds like tap dancing essentially, but like it very much made me think of like ASMR videos where like someone will have like like nails and be like tapping on stuff and clicking like with their tongue or whatever. But I'm one of those weirdos that actually thinks that sounds like a little bit soothing and like relaxing. So I enjoyed that, but that little bop at the end, that was jamming. That was good. I like that one. Let's see. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Would probably listen to it again if I ever come back to this game, which I will. All right. And finally, we have Mr. Ether and Planaria. This sounds like it could be some like super epic like space funk rock ballad. Who knows? Let's find out. And there you have it. That is all of the CDs that you can collect from Wario Land 4. And we listened through all of them. Mr. Ether and Planaria, it's a song. The bass is like taken from Doodle Woods, which I very much appreciate, I think. Yeah, Doodlewoods. I had to think, I was like, wait, is that? But no, yeah, it is the base from Doodlewoods. Also, I gotta like how, I'm assuming that the old man on the CD cover is Mr. Ether. His hat, I'm assuming, is what that is. It looks like a planet exploding or a supernova or something. Definitely reminds me of like Zebes exploding from Super Metroid. And then the little dudes behind him, I guess they're just like alien creatures or something. Who knows? Maybe they're the residents of Planaria. We'll never find out unless we ask the developers what they were thinking. Anyways, I suppose that's all. That's going to wrap up everything in Wario Land 4. Again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, that's awesome. Let me know what your favorite collectible CD from Wario Land 4 is. And you know what? Tell me what your least favorite one is, by the way. I'm going to say my favorite is... I'm going to say Soft Shell is my favorite. And my least favorite is Mr. Fly. So they're two right next to each other. My favorite and my least favorite. And my favorite color is green at the top here, so... Alright. That'll do it. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any cool information about this game that I didn't cover in this video or any of my other videos, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. I love hearing all sorts of new tidbits and information about this game. And I'll see you in the next video. I think I know what I'm going to be playing through next. It's a little bigger of a project. Not too big, but bigger than anything I've done previously on this channel, which isn't saying much, but I hope you're excited. I'm not really sure when I'll get around to recording that yet. I still got to finish up editing this video and then getting around to setting everything up to record my next playthrough. But I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is, and I'll be seeing you around.